Hey, how's it going? I hope that you're doing well, and I hope that everything is going well with you. So, the most important thing that I've realized in everything is that there is actual power in love, and that there is there is strength, there's purity, there's so much, there's so many gifts when you understand the power of love, not when you have the love of power. And this is a hippie vibe, you know. This is from Paul McCartney, and this is how he explained it to me in a quote. And I read it, and it really sunk deep in me, and I really understood the essence of so many things from so many angles from one proverb. And this has been the goal of every African proverb, every Asian proverb, every European proverb, is to convey so much with so little. So having a hippie nature or a hippie vibe is to be able to understand that the power of love conquers more than the love of power. Is to understand that there's just so much that we trade in for things that are worthless. So understanding the actual power of love, the gravity of love. So this is the actual hippie vibe, you know, love, real love, like hardcore, not like just the pink stuff, but hardcore. And love is something else, you know. So understanding what hippie means is interesting, because hippie is HIP. Okay, so hippie is HIP, which is hip. Okay, so hippie has its root. The root of every hippie is hip, and the hip is a body part, but the hip in this context just means knowledge. Okay, to have knowledge of something. This is to be hip, to be in the know, to have a certain awareness. Hip actually means to have open eyes. So every person who is a hippie is a person who is hip, or is a person who is aware. So this is all about conscious awareness, or to have your eyes open, to not be asleep during life. This is what the hippie is. This is a person who is able to see, or the person who has his eyes open. And of course, hippie is actual hip hop. The hip hop artists, consciously, this whole movement started with people who had a message that they wanted to send to people. Hip hop started with people who were hippies, people who were awake, people who knew things. So for a deeper understanding of this, you have to go to KRS-One's videos and just check him out, because he really goes down and deep into the whole hip-hop thing, how it came out of Africa, how it came out of Jamaica. These Jamaicans are Africans, right? So these Jamaicans were making raga, reggae, and through this reggae, people just started rapping on top of it. So they were just getting these rhythms, and through the rhythms, they just started talking. So they started their own type of music. Their own momentum was built through this. So all of this was actually based on a person's knowledge, a person's awareness. Awareness of your surroundings, and being with of open eyes, to see things with open eyes. And through these open eyes, people were able to see different avenues, to see different perspectives, to see different perspectives through this poetry, through this art, and through all of these words. And this is actually the hippie movement. This is hip hop. So this emerged into something else, but you have to always understand that if you follow the money, you see how things are corrupted, because through the need for people to create money out of knowledge, they ended up creating this whole ideology of hippies, this whole ideology of hip-hop. Now hip-hop is commercial, right? It's now all about boobs and bottles and stuff like that. But the basis of it has always been knowledge. The basis of it has always been understanding. So understanding this is understanding the whole movement of hip-hop, the whole movement of art. And hip-hop is all about these words, and how people have actually seen how these words are supposed to be used. In Jamaica, they don't use certain words, because certain words are actually not beneficial for them to use. Like, for example, saying that I am on a diet. Diet has die in it. This is the basis of it. So Diet. Why are you saying diet? So they call it livity. Okay, living instead of diet. And something like something like hello. They don't say hello because hello is literally saying hell. Like you say hell. Why are you talking about hell? And things like I woke up, awake, like to wake up. This is something that they view in a different way because they're hip, because they're hippies. These are black hippies, and they have awareness. These are hippies, and this is where hip hop comes from. Hip hop comes from the hippies. Hip hop comes from the black hippies. Hip hop comes from Raga, comes from Jamaica, comes from the motherland. Everyone from Jamaica is from the motherland, and through this is where we get their knowledge. And through this knowledge, like if you listen to reggae means regal. If you listen to this regal music, because reggae means regal, because all of this music is for the king, okay? So it's reggae. So all of this is actually something that is based on knowledge. So if you actually listen to it, you actually get a clear picture of it. And some of it has been commercialized. This is just the plague in this world, that everything, as long as it starts to make sense to somebody, will be commercialized. So you have to see past the commercial fluff and get to know what exactly is really involved in everything that is made through the mind. And the whole hippie movement is a movement of knowledge. It's a movement of awareness. Hip hop comes from hippies. So these hippies are black hippies. These hippies are like, yeah, just look up the videos on KRS-One when he's talking about different things that pertain to the history of rap, the history of hip hop. That music has always been a part of the people of a certain place. Right now, like nothing ever changes. What has been is what will be. Right now, all of the music, or most of the music, not most of it, but most of the music, not all of it, but most of the music is produced by people of different colors, right? People of different places who have their own different vibes. And through this, the point of music is to bring awareness of something to someone, is to open someone's eyes. So this is all what hip hop is. This is the hip hop movement. This is the hippie movement. And this is what all of this is. The basis of all of this has always been the essence of love and the ability to create with your mind, the ability to see with your true eyes and to realize the things that are important and the message that you should be imparting or that you shouldn't be imparting. And this is something that's lost, but this is the basis of it. Whether or not we're on that path today is irrelevant, because the basis of where we are today is where we are today. And the effect of this has actually changed from what the original intent was. So intention or no intention, the effect is what is in effect. So this is what we have, the plague of commercialism, the plague of paper. Like when things are done because of the love of money and not because of love, then the whole thing is distorted and the whole thing is ruined. This is why the most important thing is to realize the true power of love and the essence of it. Because once you know this, then you know that it's not about a person like having a dyed shirt to be a hippie or something like that. It's all about knowledge. It's all about awareness. And having awareness is to be hip. Having awareness is to be a hippie. Having awareness is hip hop. So this is something that really affects me a lot, because I love to make music, and I've linked my music in the links below so that you can also enjoy it if you like music. But all of these things are a message, like a way of bringing awareness of something to someone, or just to open a person's eyes, just to make someone see. Like if you speak to someone in knowledge, that is a hippie movement. Like you're actually a hippie at that moment because you have knowledge. It's not about walking around naked or something like that, or having sex in the street while everyone watches. But if that's your thing, do it, because it's about you being you realizing you opening your eyes to you, knowledge of self. Okay, mind over matter. Know thyself, and you shall know the universe and the gods. So all of this is awareness, but the true awareness is awareness of yourself. So through this, you're able to know yourself through hip hop, through hippie, through what is hip, right? You're able to know yourself. Like, are you gonna follow the trend, or are you gonna do you? Are you gonna do you, or are you gonna follow the trend? So this is knowledge that is irreplaceable, because everything is trying to steal your money so that you pay attention, and time is money. Okay, so if you pay attention to the wrong things, you've lost your money, you've lost your time. But this is the hippie movement. This is awareness, this is knowledge of self, this is knowing yourself, and this is the matrix, a mating trick. So understanding this, it's all about love, like true love. It's all about that. It's all about how we are able to commune, to come together, to be at peace, to be at one. Atonement, harmony. Okay, because peace is a very interesting thing. Like, a peace sign is like this, right? And then when you have a peace sign, you actually have two. This is duality. Unit is this is supposed to be oneness, but peace is two. So when you say peace, it's two, and it's also five, because the Roman letter for five is V, and five is half. This is half of my hands, right? Five. And five is 1/2 of 10 fingers. So this is V, and V is 2. Okay? So through this, even if you write 2 like this, you can write 5 in back. It's just 5, in the mirror image of 5 is 2. So this is peace, actually. So peace came with Eve, came with the women. This is why hippies, or that hippie movement in the 60s, where I should have been born, I guess, happened, and there were like a lot of women. It was all about women, and this is the second person created, Eve, and this Eve is the woman, the feminine knowledge. The feminine has knowledge because it absorbs, it's magnetic. So this is black and white again. This is Adam, Eve, and the tree again. But but this is peace. But peace actually means separation. So peace actually means separating the bad things from the good things. This is what peace is. It's actually two. It's actually not one, but it's two. So knowing this is actually to choose the path, because the Prince of Peace, right, is Jesus. He came, Yeshua. He came and said that I am the Prince of Peace, and I came on earth to give you peace, and you shall have peace, and all of this stuff, peace, right? And then he's the one who made the storm calm down. Say peace, be still, and all of that stuff. But you have to realize one thing, that through this peace, through this knowledge, through this awareness, there's gonna be some resistance, because there's a duality in this world. So you have to be hot or cold. Like, you can't be lukewarm. This is the knowledge of this, to know that there's a duality to this. And he said that he came to bring peace, right? Yeshua said, I came to bring peace, guys, peace, okay? Turn your other cheek. And then he goes around and he tells people that, hey, you know what? People think that I came to bring peace, but I actually came to bring a sword, division. Because this is peace. Because you have to separate the darkness from the light. So when you're awake, you have to be in the light, because your eyes are open. So you can't stay in the dark, because you now have the light. So the darkness scatters. So this is that light. So this light comes through this knowledge. And then when you actually see, when you actually wake up, what you're actually looking at is light. And then when you're closing your eyes, what you're looking at is dark. So for you to be awake, to be hip hop, hippie, everything is to have awareness, right? So to be awake. So for you to be awake, you have to open your eyes, which means that you have to separate the light from the dark, which is the same thing that you did in that God did in the book of Genesis. Let there be light. He separated it. And then there was peace. There was a balance, there was harmony between day and night ever since that separation happened. So this is that peace, and the love is the power. The love is the power, and the love is everything. And the peace is that separation from the dark. So when you're separated from the dark, some people are not going to want you to be separated from the dark because they're in the dark. Like, why are you not in the dark? So you have to be aware that the hippie movement, when it actually started, was dissolved, and it was dissolved and it was commercialized. So now the essence of it is lost. So this is why I'm going through all of this, so that you know that you have to divide the truth. This is discernment. Divide, decide. Okay, so when you do this, then you'll be able to realize the truth from the lies. You'll be able to see the real from the fake. You'll be able to see the commercial from the natural, the real, the authentic from the synthetic, authentic, the the authorized fruit from the synthetic lie that Eve was told. So this is that. This is 2 and this is 5, and 2 is 5. So yeah, you can look at the video called Miracle Numbers about that. So so through this, I just hope that you got the understanding of the hippie nature, the hippie vibe, and what true love is. And yeah, I really appreciate you watching these videos, and even this one. Subscribe, like, and get some music, you know. So yeah, thank you a lot, and I look forward to hearing from you.